All right, let's just watch the pure greatness of Luca. So the one thing we know about Luca and what Luca knows about himself is whenever he is able to get a mismatch like this one and drive into the lane, the painted area, wherever it may be, there's going to be at least a double team from somewhere, whether it be from the weak side, whether it be from a blitz from the top or a blitz from here, right? It's going to come from somewhere. So what he's going to do is take advantage of the mismatch, and he is going to drive. Notice how they moved PJ Washington to this side to move RJ Barrett here, and they moved Kyrie over here. That way Davion Mitchell will be the closest defender. This is where they want the blitz to come from, to leave Kyrie open, right? So beautiful job there. He drives in. He's going to draw a little bit of body contact, fake a spin there, realize, okay, boom, they're fully blitzed in. Now what I don't want to do is just immediately kick it out here because it gives enough time to rotate over from either which side. So let's make them buy into it a little bit more, fake go up with that shot, draw a little bit of body contact, behind the back pass to Kyrie for an open three. Unbelievable. You cannot make up what Luca is doing. This dude is one of the smartest, if not the smartest basketball player of all time. And I mean that, man. His court mapping ability, the way he just plays this game, it's so different, man. And that's why I love breaking down the Dallas Mavericks. Before we dive into the video and break down even more of the film, do me a big favor. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And we will be covering the Dallas Mavericks throughout the entirety of the season. Offense, defense, individual player breakdown for almost every single game. We got you guys covered, so make sure you join the family. With that being said, let's dive into the video. All right, now one of my favorite things about this Dallas Mavericks team is the way they get out into transition very quickly. So right here, we have a little dribble handoff, right? Podol kicks it over here. Davion's going to drive left into the lane, putting Daniel Gafford into a little bit of a drop zone coverage as Kyrie tries to fight over the screen. And then we're going to get, a little bit of rotation by PJ Washington just to make sure that Jakob isn't able to drive into the lane easily off this high pick and roll. Now, since that happens, RJ Barrett's able to leak out to that three-point line, right? So one thing I love about this team is whoever this contest man is, he'll go into that point of a contest, and then he'll spin into a fast break transition, right? So right here, he'll just get going. And now one thing about NBA teams is they love to just ball watch. Once the ball is up, they just watch it, right? No one's really going for a rebound here. They're just looking at the basketball, not getting back on defense. But the Dallas Mavericks have found out how to take advantage of that. Boom, rebound, kick, and here we go. Fast break opportunity, easy 2 points. Again, you better get back on defense if you want to stop this Dallas Mavericks team in transition, because if you don't, you're going to give up 40 points a game just in fast breaks. Obviously, that's extending it a little bit, but still, I mean, man. Mavericks are sending a league-wide warning to the NBA after last night's win versus the Toronto Raptors. And no, it's not because they beat a Raptors team who's quite frankly just not that good, but what it is about is the Mavericks have won 11 out of their last 12 games and are on an absolute rampage right now in terms of just being able to beat teams, right? Now, in this game, we saw Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, Luca, and basically the entire team just play some really good basketball. Now, one thing about the Dallas Mavericks that I really love is their ability to utilize the play over and over again, and then come out and do something that looks very similar, but change it up just a bit. Now, what do I mean by that? So, a lot of the times you'll notice on these inbounds, you'll have Kyrie or you'll have, someone who's a really good ball handler, right? So, in this specific situation, they usually have him come out here, right, get the ball off the inbound, and then run this DHO with Kyrie Irving or whoever it may be, Luca. Now, on this specific play, we weren't able to see it fully, but he comes over here, acts like he's going to get it, and then immediately cuts back to the rim. Therefore, no one's really prepared for it. They clear out the lane, right? We see exactly what they were trying to do on this play, and it worked to a T, right? We spread out the floor, right? You got corner, top right key, and then your inbound man. I mean, this was absolutely the perfect play call on this side of the bounce to put him up by 3. We're going to break down a ton of film from this game. I do apologize. I am sick, so that's why I sound sick. But before we dive into the video, make sure you guys do me a big favor. If we get over 400 likes on this video, we will be dropping non-stop Dallas Mavericks videos throughout the entirety of the season. And with that being said, let's dive right back in. All right, here's an easy play here. Just a little bit of miscommunication by the defense goes so far, and being able to take advantage of mistakes of a defense is huge, right? So right here, we get this one-on-one matchup, Kyrie versus Grady Dick, which is fine, right? We don't mind that matchup as a Dallas Maverick fan. But what we do think is if we can get a screen and read how their defense plays it, we might be able to get an easier jump shot instead of an isolation, right? So with the first thing that we want to read off this screen right here, the first thing we notice, right, they're in a miscommunication. He's pointing, he's like, hey, you better get over there, go, 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 right? Kelly Olynyk on his side, he's like, no, I don't want to go guard Kyrie. Please don't make me go guard Kyrie, right? Now, in reality, off this screen, the opposing defender needs to be hedging over. They need to be up at that three-point line, because if you're not, Kyrie's just going to shoot it. Kyrie's going to easily make this shot, and that is exactly what happens. It seems like they're in a drop zone coverage. Kyrie gets it to go. Easy money. What are we doing, defense? What are we doing? A little bit of confusion by the defense goes a long way for a Kyrie open three. Let's go. All right, here's another phenomenal play. So again, this is the hardest thing to stop in the NBA. This high pick and roll with Luca, Derek Lively, Luca, Daniel Gafford, whoever it may be, it is so tough to guard. You may ask, why? Well, look at this. So as he sets this screen, Luca is going to come down off a certain level to keep Jakob involved on Luca, right? Always, every single time they hedge over the screen as well. So this guy's going to fight over. This guy has to kind of lock on to Luca until this guy's able to get back into the play defensively, right? So whenever we see that right here, Luca's main job is to keep this guy in line with himself, right? So how he does that is instead of rounding this off, right, he's going to just attack up, right? Now you have this leaking roller to the basket, forcing this weak side, or actually strong side, my fault, rotation by Scottie Barnes, because if you don't guard Derek Lively, it's an easy lob, an easy bucket, whatever it may be, right? So he rotates over, he looks up at the basket, generating all of this rotation from the defense even further, right? And then he kicks out to the corner, no look pass, open three, no contest, gets it to go. Again, this is why they're so tough to guard, because Luca never tells you where he's going with the basketball. Never, right? Easy, high pick and roll, drive in, draw the attention of the opposing big, get strong side rotation from Scottie Barnes, look up at the basket, never knows where the basketball is going, bad rotation, bad closeout, easy three. Again, how do you stop it? All right, you know what? This will be the last one we break down, because at this point, they started to really get going in this first half. The second half wasn't as great. They weren't able to maintain a massive lead, but they obviously won the game, which is fine. But again, right, getting out in transition is the biggest thing in for this Dallas Mavericks team, right? So as they're running, they're going to fill the lane extremely well. We're going to see Klay Thompson here at the bottom of your screen. He's going to get to that right corner. Watch this pass by Luca. He's going to throw an absolute dart through traffic, right? We got guys coming that way. We got this guy stepping up here. You got your own teammates running this way. Look at this absolute dime by Luca through the defense. Great velocity. Now, what that causes is a wide open Derek Lively underneath the basket. So Klay can either pull up and shoot this thing, or he could throw up a lob. Either way, it's a good shot, because one, you have positioning down low for an offensive rebound if you did want to take the shot, or you have a wide open dunk. So that's what happens when you push the ball in transition. Klay decides to shoot, and he gets a three to fall. Again, this team is different, and I said it a couple of days ago. When you start to see Luca build the chemistry with Klay, and then Klay build chemistry with Kyrie, and this team start to fully come together, this is one of the most dangerous teams in basketball. They were in the finals last year. And yeah, my Celtics, I am a Celtic fan, won it. But in my opinion, one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA, one team that I do not want to see if we make the finals again, this team. I don't want a rematch. Hell no. Please keep me away from that. They got more defense, they got more versatility, and they're only going to get better from here. So I'm going to end the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.